Alright, so it's late and I can't sleep anyways. I've been farting around looking at this Antec, this VFD. You'll notice I have the knob off. It's an inch and 16th Forstner bit's probably what I'll be buying. If you look at the Antec electronics, and I've been looking at this, I have a 3.5 inch drive bay which is 4.5 inches wide, which is about from about here to here my fingers are. It'll leave the whole window intact. The window's well under 4 inches. It'll take about a third of this strut off. I don't really need the struts anymore, but this is how I'm measuring it. And it'll take the knob side completely off. It'll leave about that much of the recess, which really doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to mount it in the 3.5 inch drive bay opening. Gonna get a Forstner bit, and I'm gonna French this little wheel, and I mean French it. It will look like a custom car job. I'm gonna French it right in here. It'll look like there'll be part of it will stick out from here to here, and the rest of it will look flush mount. It's a push pull, not a push pull. It's just a push power on and power off. Right now I'm trying to decide what to do with the these two lights here. That's the hard disk drive and the power light. I'm looking at the dimensions I'm going to need to cut this hole to, and I think I can spare the lightning bolt that's stamped in there and the hard disk drive. I'm thinking right now just moving the lights a little to the right and just keeping them like they are, stock. Also having some thoughts about what to do with the regular power buttons. I do like a reset. I've never really used a reset. I don't know if you guys use one. I do like a power, but again, the knob is going to be the power. So I'm thinking about getting some Bondo and just filling them, and filling the hard disk drive light and the other light. I could always put them somewhere else. I still need to get my Sentry and look at how it's going to mount. I'm not having reservations about the hole. I got my sandpaper today. I could straighten the hole out. It's not crooked. It's a little got a little wow in it, but you know, I'm gonna fix that. I just haven't yet. See the little wow? I'm not mad. I still haven't beveled this edge. So when I bevel that, it'll get most of it, and I can get a little bit of that wow out. That's really the only one. The other one's nice and square. Although you can see right here, there's a little bit of a wow in it. Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't hard finished it yet. The top needs a little hard finish too, to be perfect. And I mean perfect. It's got, see the little wow? See it? You don't really see it with the drive-in. But I'm gonna get it perfect. And I've been sitting up thinking about, you know, putting the. I got my RAM controller, and it's a single channel fan. Got these cold cathodes that are going to go in the case. Also run on a 3-pin wire, and they have a really neat, I suppose it's neat, I think I need all 7 bays open in the back. They have a really neat connector for 12 volt that connects in the back where all the body parts connect to the hang on, let me see if I can find it. Well, they go on the back, and it's got a switch, an on-off switch, and a 12-volt power. What I want to do is run them into one channel, and it came with a way to do that. It came with this little sound-receptive 12-volt converter. Trouble is, I don't want lights that boom, 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 flash. I'm nervous enough already. I want them on all the time. I want to be able to adjust them like a fan. You know, if I want them dim, mood lighting, or if I want them bright, I can turn them up. I don't want them to pulse with music and sound. So I'm definitely looking into running these into a single channel, which will be no problem. I've Never done a sleeve before, but I've been taking a look at sleeving. And you'll notice when this gets in focus, you'll notice the braided line appearing stuff. And I know you can see that when it said Hamber. I saw it for a second too. The stuff that looks like braided line. Come on, focus, focus. Looks like steel braided line has a 1-inch section of heat shrink around the end of it. So my heat shrink packages I got have plenty of this, have plenty of both. They have plenty of the heat shrink I need to close the ends. This I'll probably be doing in blue again, mostly because it UV reactive, and the cold cathodes will just make it just glow like it's radioactive. And that's what I've been working on. Looking at a Forstner bit online. They're kind of expensive. My Home Depot doesn't have one in stock. I'm kind of pissed off. Home Depot seems to have the best one. They have one in Kennewick. It's a ways away. I don't really want to go up there. Itchy, real itchy for my power supply and motherboard to be here, so I can start putting this thing together and getting it to work. I'm gonna want it to. And this is where I'm thinking about buying a switching power supply for my tech, for my thermoelectric cooler. The other reason is because it would have a 5-volt out, or would handle a 5-volt out or a 12-volt out like a DVD player would take. Basically, my thinking is to have it constantly on power-wise. Once you put a DVD into it, it would boot the system, and that's kind of one of the things I'm thinking about getting it to do. Although I might be able to do that with just a power supply, and like I showed you earlier, the power interrupt. And like I told you, I'm just going to take a Molex pin remover, and I'm just going to put these 3 pins on the Molex of my power supply's main motherboard connector, which is the same difference. It won't have this interrupt in it. Otherwise, I would be spending 2 days taking power pins in and out of this and labeling them all, and making them into like 4 strands or 6 strands of 4 strings each, and heat shrinking them all, which would look good, to have that nice one-time connector. And it would look good. It would look like 6 of these all together with blue, but it would take me hours and hours to pop each Molex pin out and do them in groups of 4. It'd look cool. I'm not that keen on look cool. I can get away with just putting 3 wires in the one that's nice and sleeve when I get it from Ultra, and then just covering up the sleeve they have on it. They'll have a black one on it. I'll just cover it up with a blue one. Simple as that. Not that difficult. But that's what I'm doing. What are you doing?